then in terms of postpartum exercise, this was another question from my Instagram. Who should a new mum listen to about this? Is it their GP? Is it their specialist? Is it their friends, or just their own body? Do you have any opinions on that? I think I'm probably a little bit biased, so I won't answer this one, but what do you think, Karen?
The number one person to listen to in your pregnancy and your postpartum journey is you.
Correct.
It's so important to listen to your own body, because if you tune inwards, your body is so clever and it will give you signs. If you try to ignore those signs, that's when you move into danger. I think when it comes to your body and recovering, it's a matter of listening to the expert that's in that category of what you're asking about. So if it's something like a recovery of a wound or something medical, then certainly listening to your obstetrician, your doctor, the medical side, get the medical answers from the medical experts. When it comes to exercise, get your questions answered by those who are specialized in postnatal exercise. And women's health physiotherapists are a key with this. Your friend Sally down the road, who had a totally different pregnancy, totally different birth, and totally different baby to you, her advice is not necessarily going to be the same for you. So booking yourself in to go see a women's health physiotherapist is so important, particularly if you're doubtful. And I know that getting out of the house, particularly with a baby, is really hard. It might be that you end up booking a telehealth or, whatever the situation may be. But just to talk with somebody is really important. And you may actually come out feeling much more reassured of your concerns than if you just don't search on the internet for your answers. Don't just put it into a search engine, because you'll get so much, wrong information or overwhelmed with the types of things. So book in with your healthcare professional, and of course, whoever was with you as your healthcare provider for your pregnancy, they know you too, and that's important. And they, if they're good at what they do, should refer you on if they're not an expert in that field. So yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree with that completely. And I think really good and valid point that what's right for someone else may not necessarily be right for you. And I think that's the thing. A lot of what you get back from search engines is somebody's opinion rather than actually things that are based on evidence and fact.
Just to give an example of that, diastasis recti, abdominal separation, there was a YouTube video that was, I don't know, some cheerleader in America that had no qualifications whatsoever and was showing a diastasis recti abdominal check that was completely wrong. And the worst part was there was 110,000 views of that video. And to me, it just brought so much anger, because I thought that's potentially 110,000 people who have got the wrong information from somebody who's not trained, somebody who's not qualified in this area. And it's just really not good how much information there is out there on the internet that's not regulated and not from qualified resources.
Correct.
For more videos just like this, visit productive.com.